Hello everyone, welcome to Preparedness Made Easy. On this video, we'll show you the basic yet very important supplies for you to prepare so the likelihood of survival during a disaster will increase. Every year, thousands of people have to evacuate or leave their homes due to natural disasters such as tornadoes, hurricanes, floods, earthquakes, wildfires, and others with little or sometimes no warning at all. After a disaster, you might have to survive on your own until help arrives, and this might take few days to weeks. Being prepared means having your own food, water, and other essential supplies to last for a few days to several weeks. An emergency disaster kit or a 72-hour kit is a collection of basic supplies that will help you and your household survive during a natural disaster. So we'll show you the basic items that are vital in your 72-hour kit, things that you can't go without. Every emergency kit should be catered to each person's need, as there is no one-size-fits-all solution to putting an emergency pack together. Remember to consider your family situation. Let's start with water. In a basic emergency supply kit, water is an indispensable item. A person can only survive 3 days without water. You can pack your own water or purchase bottled water from your local grocery stores, supermarkets, or online. Experts recommend 1 gallon of water per person per day for 3 days for drinking and sanitation. Clean and safe water can be scarce and difficult to find in a disaster. Floods, earthquakes, and hurricanes, to name a few, can contaminate clean water sources and cause outbreaks of disease. If you don't have clean and safe water, you can make water safer to drink by using these methods. One is a portable filtration system. There are a variety of filtration systems out there that you can buy. A few examples are the Sawyer Mini Filtration System, the Catadine, and the Live Straw. A second one is using the iodine purification tablet, and the third one is boiling, and another good method is chlorination. Food is also vital to emergency preparedness. A 3-day supply of non-perishable food that doesn't require heating or cooking. There are many options that you can buy nowadays. MREs, or meal ready to eat. Freeze-dried food. And high-calorie emergency food bars are good examples. Energy bars, trail mixes, variety of nuts such as peanuts, almonds, and others are also good options. They have mix of fats, proteins, and lots of calories to keep you going. Having a shelter is essential in a survival situation. A tent is a good alternative if you cannot find an evacuation shelter, a building, or a vehicle. A typical tent can be bulky and heavy, and it adds up to the weight of your disaster kit. One option is to have a portable tent such as a plastic sheet or tarp. They provide additional layer of insulation against the weather outside. They also keep you dry from the wet or moist ground. Emergency sleeping bags or blankets. They are ultralight, waterproof, and reusable. They are made of mylar, which is a heat-reflective material. Unlike regular blankets, they are more compact and require less space. First aid kit. You can build your own or buy a pre-made kit from stores or online. They can help you respond effectively to minor accidents and injuries. In the spring of 2020, the CDC, or Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, has recommended to include additional items in your emergency kit, such as hand sanitizers, disinfecting wipes, and face coverings. I highly recommend the N95 mask to help protect you from COVID-19. It's a common experience during a disaster not to have electricity or power. Not having any type of light source can be problematic in an emergency situation. A headlamp, flashlight, and lanterns are good to have. Extra batteries are necessary for your flashlights and other electronic devices. You can buy a hand crank or solar-powered flashlight or lanterns. Another alternatives are glow sticks and candles. And just in case you need to build a fire during a disaster, waterproof matches, ferro rod, magnifiers, and big lighters are excellent to have. A battery, hand crank, or solar-powered portable weather radios are really good to have. Newer models have built-in flashlights and a power bank to charge your cell phones and other small electronic devices. They receive automatically weather alerts. The emergency crank radio with weather band gets the latest weather broadcasts and all hazard alerts and information for your areas, such as hurricanes, tornadoes, and more, from NOAA stations, keeping you and your family safe. A cell phone is an excellent tool to communicate and get in touch with others, including your loved ones. However, during a natural disaster, cell phone towers might be down, which enable you to use your cell phones. A two-way radio is a perfect backup plan. There are many types of two-way radios, including some which allow you to talk to groups. Some require a license to operate. A two-way radio allows you to communicate with others over a set distance. For emergency preparedness, a ham radio is one of the best options. Portable chargers and power banks are an important part of our survival kit and one of the most vital components of emergency preparedness. They can be an actual lifesaver in times of emergencies. They allow you to stay connected and call for help when needed. There are limitless brands and models with different power capacities. Multi-tools are very important. They have multifunctional capabilities and they come in handy during a survival situation. They can turn off utilities, opening canned goods, cutting ropes, and other functions. Get a good quality multi-tool. A fixed blade knife is also a good option. Another one is a paracord bracelet. It can use to start a fire, tie up gear, make shelter, fish for food, and various other uses, which makes them extremely useful in outdoors. Whistles are one of the cheapest items you can have in your survival kit. You can use them to signal for help in an emergency situation. Whistles provide a very loud sound that requires very little blowing effort. Duct tape has many uses in an emergency situation. It can be used to patch holes or repair leaking water containers, close up cuts or wounds, create rope, make a sling, and many more. A pair of leather or any type of working gloves is good to have during a disaster. It will keep you from getting blisters and splinters. One of the most important things you need to have in your disaster kit is a prescription drug and over-the-counter medicines. Examples are ibuprofen or acetaminophen, antidiarrheal medication, antacids, and antihistamine such as Benadryl. Toiletries and personal hygiene supplies, and for females, you can add sanitary pads. Extra clothing, pants, shirts, socks, underwear, and sturdy shoes. It depends on where you live. If you live in warm places, just bring light clothing with you. A hat or a beanie is good to have to protect your head from harsh conditions outside. Trash bags for sanitation and other purposes. Another one is a raincoat or poncho. It is important to have them, especially when it rains. Keep yourself dry, especially if you don't have any extra clothing. You can buy the heavy-duty ones or the cheaper plastic material. Cordage should be in your emergency preparedness kit. A rope has endless potential uses in a survival situation. I highly recommend a paracord. Okay, so these are the items that you can't go without during a disaster. If you don't have an emergency disaster kit right now, I suggest to start organizing today and putting up the right supply. It is good to be ready and prepared. Thank you all for watching this video. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell below so you can be notified of future videos. Thank you all so much.